Well, our beekeeper just called me. He's going to be coming out tomorrow night to pick up all of the bee boxes. We're done with bloom. He's going to come in and get them. But we went through and I had my cousin pick up all the dead trees and branches and things like that that blew over from this last storm. And I just had him haul them out to the center. Well, they got left out and we have to pile them up so that way the forklift can go through and pick up all of those branches. So we got to get those moved. Got our brush fork. Now we can go pick up all those trees, move them onto the brush pile, get it cleared out for the forklift. You know what's fun is now that bloom is over with, it's actually decided to warm up and not rain as much, and so the bees decide to come out and there's no blossoms left. Isn't that neat? If you guys haven't been able to tell yet, I am pretty stoked about this app, Spotlight Ag. Go check it out. We've got a sweet place where you can have posts and see social media feeds. We've got a marketplace, and it's basically provided all just strictly for ag. So go check out that marketplace. We also have a map feature where you can search for local businesses in your area, and you'll be able to see those that are closest to you and be able to see different options and things like that. And you can message them directly from the app. So go check out Spotlight Ag. Download it today in the App Store. So quite a few down trees and branches. So we're gonna have to go through and start at this end and start taking them down to the pile. Well, the bees weren't very happy with me that I was out there trying to move brush around and being loud and making too much noise and ruckus. They start to get a little angry. So I think this is going to be an early morning job when they're still asleep. So let's try again tomorrow. Well, it's a much cooler morning. So let's try this again, shall we? Man, the leaves have really started to pop out. Starting to green up in here. It's getting to be that time of the year where, well, we've gotten so much rain, I don't think we'll be having to irrigate for a while, but I know that it's coming soon. Not my favorite time of the year, but at least we'll be busy. I don't know if you can hear me right now, but right now I'm at the main pile, and my cousin was able to drag a lot over to here. But now I just got to try and stack it up better. This is about how it goes. Brush forks are awesome, but the minute you just accidentally tilt a little too far forward and catch that dirt, see ya. I know that we can make a kind of a system where I can still be able to stab into stuff, because I don't want to weld anything up here to keep them, because then I can't stab into anything. But I know there's a way that if I kind of do maybe 3/4 of the way back in, that it'll help it. They'll still bend a little bit up front, but at least it won't bend all the way back here. This might be kind of a pain to get out of this thing. Of course, the bolt head and the nut are not the same size. I hate using these adjustable wrenches, but hey, This is how we'll roll. No problem. That is the other thing that's nice about these, though. Use them as a hammer. Let's see if we can get this thing out. Oh, no worries. Look at that. It's pretty gnarly. Let's get back to it. So there's a lot more trees and branches down here on the other end, far away from the pile than I thought there was going to be. So it's going to take me forever to try and pull all these branches down to where the main big pile is. So I think what I'm going to do is right now I've been just piling them up right here, and I'm going to push them out of the way, pile them all up right there and push them out of the way into one of the tree rows, so that way he can still get down here tonight, pick up all the bee boxes. I think that'll be enough. That's a clear enough path for them to get through. I'm hoping that's enough of a gap for him to get through. He's not going to be driving his truck through here. It'll just be his forklift to pick up the boxes. And it's pretty narrow, so that should be plenty. Well, we got that brush moved, but one thing we've been wanting to do for a while, some of our tractor seats have seen better days. This one's not as comfy as it used to be. So we decided we're just going to do something kind of an easy fix for right now. If any of you had experience with the old county line seats that you get from, Tractor Supply or wherever, let me know if they're good quality. They were the ones that I just needed something for right now, so I just went and grabbed some. We've got, this one will be for the forklift here, and then I've got 3 of the tractors out at the chicken ranch that they're pretty beat up. So we got this forklift when I was 12 or 13. And of course we bought it used because we never ever were able to really buy new stuff. So we always bought used. So it wasn't until recently that we've been able to afford buying newer equipment, which is awesome. But we also love to take care of our old stuff too, and we don't have a problem with buying used stuff. It's all just about upkeep and maintenance, and especially with all the emissions crap and death and all that, I would much rather spend the money to keep our older stuff up to tip-top shape than buying new. Obviously some stuff like the orchard tractors, it's nice having new, but some of that stuff, not fun. All right, well, looks good. Feels comfy. Looks decently heavy dutier than I thought it was going to be. Let's hook it up. One thing that's nice is these are really adjustable, so that way it'll line up with whatever holes you got. That's what's nice about these universal kits. So it looks like, unless it came with bolts and I didn't know it, I need to be able to put some bolts in here. What are you working on?
Building a bracket for my turbo in my car.
Nice.
Keep it from moving, breaking my exhaust.
Perfect. If you guys want, go subscribe to Skylar's YouTube channel, which is Ginger Auto. He's working on his C10 build. He's got his Subaru Impreza build that he's doing. We're also working on my dad's old Firebird. You can see our Lodestar as well. So go check out Ginger Auto. Well, luckily the old shop is like a hardware store. We're actually going through and reorganizing, so we've got bolts in our other barn that we've been coming and putting in here. So that's what's nice about having a shop like this. You don't have to run to the parts store. We're getting some good little gusts of wind, so I apologize if the camera's rocking back and forth, because I'm looking at it right now and it definitely looks like it's rocking back and forth. Alright, so we got it spaced out to where it needed to be. That's on there, so let's mount the seat. So yes, you probably want to put the seat on first before you mount the bracket. I just thought it was going to be a lot easier to mount the bracket without the seat on, but I actually think it would have been just fine. And so a little more easy if you put on the seat first. Luckily, we've got all kinds of sweet tools in the shop. So I had this nice adjustable ratchet wrench that was longer. I was able to fit down inside here, and so it does the job just fine. But I do think it'd been easier to mount it beforehand. So don't be an idiot like me. Figure it out first. Nice. Yeah, that back was quite a bit easier to put on. All right, moment of truth. Comfy test. It's like it's a whole new machine. I feel like I'm in a lazy boy just watching my favorite show. I can fall asleep. Well, I haven't done much with it yet, but I think it's gonna work. I like it.